Hi, my name is Lisa Ballback, and I am the instructor for CIT180 Web Development. I'm going to quickly run through kind of an overview of the course and what you need to complete for the first week of class. At the top of the course, you will notice that we have our course banner, and then we have some buttons to different websites. These are sites that we will be using throughout the semester, and they're also really good reference sites. So to access any of them, all you do is left click, takes you into a new tab and into the site. And then below that is a link for my office hours. And I've got the office hours listed below the link. All of the office hours are in Zoom. They are live stream hours. And you do not need an appointment. You can just click the link, during the posted office hour time and join me, and then I can help you. The same office hours are here in the instructor block on the left side of your screen. And that is in the sidebar. So you'll have to open up the sidebar to see it. But there's my name, my office phone, my email, my office number, and then the different office hours. The profile, if you want to know something about my background and you have a LinkedIn account, you can take a look at the profile because it will tell you kind of what my background is, and then also what my work experience is, education, and all of my certifications. At the bottom of the instructor block where it says schedule an appointment, this is for advising, not office hours or not, help with content. If you need help with content, come into the live stream hours that are posted, or if those do not work for you, then send me an email and I can meet with you at a different time. Now, below the live stream hours, you will see a form that says news and announcements from your instructor. This is where I post information for the class. And every week when I finish correcting your work, I will post an announcement that the assignments have been corrected. And in my classes, you are allowed to correct your errors and resubmit. And I allow people to do that because, quite frankly, you can learn a lot more by fixing errors than doing everything perfectly the first time. So when you see an announcement indicating the assignment has been corrected, the announcement should come through your email. And so when you see that, then you should go into Moodle and go into your course dashboard. Click on grades. Hopefully you won't have the delay that I'm having. It should take you right into grades. Okay. And then you'll see a range of scores and you'll see your grade listed. And if you miss points over in feedback, it'll explain why. And then you simply, correct whatever the problem is, resubmit the assignment, and I will rescore it. And I should mention, I rescore assignments at the same time that I correct current assignments. So I always correct current work first, and then I look at resubmissions. Then to get out of here, you just click on CIT 180. The student question answer form is for you guys to share information with each other. If you have questions about class, you definitely should email me directly because your classmates probably won't know the answer. But anything else that you wanted to share with each other, such as good websites, game sites, whatever, feel free to post in student questions and answers. Below that, we have links to the different CIT social media sites, what we post on social media. are CIT events that you all can attend. We also post internship information and job information. So you definitely should follow the CIT department in one of those sites. Below that, eventually at the end of the course, you'll see probably 15 different lesson blocks. I don't open them all at first because it can be a little bit overwhelming. So we just start with a couple at first. And the one that you need to open is Lesson 1. And then at the top of the lesson block, you will see a due date. And lessons are always due at the end of the week. So our first week runs from the 16th through the 23rd. Lessons are due, at midnight on the 23rd. All of the material and exercises that you need to complete for that week are listed at the top of the lesson block. And then below that, you will see those different activities. We do have more activities for the first week just because we have the orientation activities in addition to our web development activities. The good thing is the orientation activities are actually pretty short. And this week's web lesson is short as well. So under the orientation, you are going to want to read through the welcome message. It just kind of gives you an overview of my expectations and additional information on how this course is set up. Then we get into the course syllabus. And at the top of the syllabus is a summary of the live stream hours. Same exact information that I just showed you in the instructor block. Also phone number and email. Below that, it talks about materials that you need. In this course, we are not using a textbook. We are using web resources. And you'll see there's a page with links to different sites that you need to review for that week. We do have required software, but the good news is all of that software is free. And it is all in this first lesson block. Below that, we have our learning outcomes, which are kind of general objectives or goals that we have in this course. And then we get into the grading information. Your grade is based on total points, and there are 1,000 points in this class. So this just shows you how the grade breaks down. And then we get into the different activities that you need to complete to get points to give you the grade that you desire. Below the activities is a description of what they are, and I will let you read through the rest of this. Below the course syllabus is the college syllabus. Now, the college syllabus is the exact same in every single course. So once you read through it once, you probably don't need to read through it again because the information that you see is the same. The course assignment schedule shows you week by week what we are going to be completing. It is a good idea to print this out because as you complete the different activities, you can cross them off and it helps ensure that you have completed everything. So a lot of students have found it useful to print this out. As far as our orientation assignments go, there are 2 of them. There is a student profile glossary, which is going to display in the sidebar as a spotlight. So every time you come in here, you will see a different student. And if you refresh the browser, you'll see a different student. And it's one way to get to know your classmates. And it makes it kind of feel like more of a course with other people in it. So this is worth points. It is not hard to set up. I do have a video that you can watch that will show you, but you basically go in here. Hopefully Moodle is faster for you than it is for me right now. And then you are going to add a new entry. The concept is going to be your first and last name. And then you're going to add a picture, okay, using the button, followed by, information that you want to share or a quote and hashtags that represent you. Okay, and then you will save the changes. The only thing that you need to really kind of be aware of is that the pictures come in here much bigger than they should be. So you do need to adjust the size, and the video shows you how to do that. The other orientation activity that you need to complete is the discussion exercise. And this gives a little bit more information about you. You're going to introduce yourself to the class, indicate if you have a nickname you prefer, what your major is, what your interests and hobbies are, anything that you would like to share. I use this as an opportunity to share with you what my background is. And so I tend to share quite a bit. And you guys do not need to share this much information. Only share what you are comfortable with. But the discussion and the profile are both worth points, so make sure you complete them both. Okay, and then we get into readings. Now, there really aren't any web-based readings this week, so this lecture is all you have to read. And it just kind of gives you an overview of web programming. So you're going to want to read through this. And then there is a quiz, and the quiz is on the reading. And you can take the quiz an unlimited number of times. Okay, so everybody should be able to score all the points on this quiz. So you'll go in, you'll take it. If you don't get all the points, you can retake it, until you're satisfied with your score. After you complete that, you are going to be downloading the required software. And we are using VS Code for an editor in this class. It is free and it is cross-platform. If you have another editor that you prefer, I'm not really teaching the editor. So yes, you could use another editor. However, VS Code is the industry standard for developers. So I do think it is good to at least download it and become familiar with it, because when you start working, you will end up adopting whatever software the company is using. Then for transferring your files. So you're going to develop the files in Visual Studio Code, VS Code. And once you've got your web page developed, you need to transfer it to the internet. And we are using FileZilla to do that. FileZilla is free, and it is a file transfer protocol program. So it is an FTP program. Okay, and so you are definitely going to want to download and install that. And then you are going to need multiple browsers, because the pages look different on different web browsers. If you are a Windows user, you can install Microsoft Edge, you can install Chrome, you can install Firefox and Opera. Those would be the biggies. But if you are a Windows user, you cannot install Safari because it is not supported on Windows. If you have an iPhone or an iPad, you'll be able to, check your pages on those, but you're not going to be able to use the Safari browser. But I do have links to the different browsers, so if you do not have them already, you certainly can download and install them. As far as a web host goes, you don't need a web host for this class. I actually have a domain, and the person that I pay to use their web server lets me add accounts. So you will have an account under me. And I will send you all of the information that you need to transfer your pages at the beginning of week 2. Okay, and I don't send it at the beginning of class just because you guys really don't know what it is at that point, and a lot of people lose the emails and I have to resend. So I just wait until week 2, which is when you actually are going to use the accounts. Below our first lesson block is an optional block with some coding resources. So you can kind of look through this. I've broken them down by category. And as we progress through the course, these categories will probably make a lot more sense to you. Can I Use is kind of a nifty site, especially if they come out with a new version of CSS or a new version of HTML, because it will tell you what browsers support the different commands that are in the new version. So it is kind of a useful little site. If you have any questions at all about how the first week is organized or the course is organized or about what assignments are due, please let me know. You can send me an email. I am here to help you, and I want you guys to have a great semester.